Welcome. Thank you for being interested in my ink drawing, Ananse Consoling Arachne. There's a mythology behind it, and it's kind of a mixed mythology. It's Arachne, Anansi, and Athena. And I usually hate spiders, but this time was different. Many of you know that Anansi the spider is a completely different pantheon from Arachne and Athena, for that matter, right? Anansi is from African folklore. Athena, Arachne, they're all Greek and Roman mythology. But I decided last year to participate in Inktober. And for Inktober, the prompt for day 2 was spiders. Hence, I sat at my paper and I thought. And this evocative feeling came over me, and I decided to draw. It wasn't a light, cute picture of a spider. It wasn't a detailed, hyper-realistic drawing. This feeling was much more tragic. And I don't know where it came from. I do know that I was in mourning. I do know that the wind was blowing by, October wind. The leaves falling, the air changing. And this is what came out of that feeling. It's the story of Athena and Arachne, a cautionary tale about the dangers of jealousy, boasting, disrespecting the gods, however you want to look at it. But I felt it was a tragic tale in many different ways. And this way especially, with Arachne at the end of it, needing consolation, needing someone to understand, not wanting consolation, but having someone there to help her when she tried to end her life. So what was the story? It's when Arachne, who was a beautiful woman who is so skilled at weaving tapestries and all of that, she challenged Athena, the goddess of war, handicraft, and practical reason, logic. She challenged her to a weaving contest. Don't ask me why. I don't quite remember, but she challenged the goddess. So you know that couldn't end up well, right? Anyway, Athena wove a beautiful tapestry depicting the gods in majesty, and Arachne's tapestry showed the gods cheating on each other, all of their amorous adventures. So Athena, angry and upset at Arachne's subject matter, and also jealous because it was so beautiful, she was just enraged, and she let it all out on Arachne to the point where Arachne was so upset and felt so bad about herself that she hanged herself in despair. But Athena, goddess of wisdom also, took pity on her, loosened the rope, and transformed her into a spider for the rest of eternity. So, if you look it up, you'll see things like the myth of Athena and Arachne can be interpreted as an allegory about the relationship between art and tyrannical power. I also look at it as a cautionary tale, not just about jealousy, but about hating yourself and about getting to the point where you destroy yourself because of the opinions of others. Where does Anansi come into it? Anansi is the god of stories, of storytelling in African mythology. His being there to console her after she was turned into a spider, to let her know that her stories were worthwhile. That is the picture that came out of that moment, out of that time. I have no idea why, but the mythology's mixed. Anansi came to console her and to let her know that her stories would still live on. I turned the tragedy into something more hopeful and hopefully inspirational. That's the mythology behind this ink drawing. Thank you for listening.